Right now, before the Badgers kicked off at Camp Randall for a showdown against #1 ranked Oregon, our Tanisha Shaw takes us out to some of the tailgates to hear from both fans.
And we bring you the highlights from that game. Wisconsin took the Ducks down to the wire, but could they get the job done?
We're also following distracted and impaired driving and how it's never good. That's why researchers at UW-Madison are studying the impacts of being high, as well as driving on the road. That's all coming up on News 3 Now at 10. Good evening and thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Jalen Banks. The Badgers just moments ago wrapped up their big matchup against #1 ranked Oregon. And boy, was it close. Our Andrew Bannister joins us now in studio with Bucky's late night nail biter.
Yeah, Jalen, you hit the nail on the head when you said it was a nail biter, and they don't get much bigger than this. The #1 team in the country at your house, and even better than that, Wisconsin at the end had a real chance to win this thing, trailing by 3 with 1.5 minutes to go. Braden Locke, with a chance to play hero, decides to drop back and let one rip, trying to get something going on this drive, but the ball is tipped and intercepted. Locke and the Badgers had 2 chances to drive the length of the field late and even win it, but both ended in interceptions. Oregon staves off the upset. Wisconsin loses 16-13. And the Badgers drop to 5-5 on the season with the loss, needing a win over Nebraska next week or Minnesota the week after to become bowl eligible. We'll have much more coming up in sports.
All right, Andrew, we'll see you then. Now, you've heard of the dangers of drinking and driving. You've heard of the dangers of texting while driving. But what about getting high and driving? That's the question researchers at UW-Madison are trying to understand. Our Ellie LaLiberte shows us what unique tools their study is using.
Driving in this car may not get you far, but it serves another purpose. From one roadway to another.
We're looking for changes in how they're driving.
Heather Barkholt is an associate professor at UW-Madison. She's trying to figure out the implications of Delta 8 and Delta 9 products on driving.
I looked at the literature and I found out that we don't know much at all.
Delta 8 and 9 are hemp-derived products that can still get you high.
And there's this misconception that people consume cannabis and are actually better drivers. So we want to gather some objective data on how driving performance changes when consuming these compounds.
The driving simulator in UW's medical engineering building has been used to study texting and driving, drinking and driving, and now the effects of cannabis on driving.
And the beauty of the full car is that when we have subjects that come and do testing in this vehicle, they forget quickly that they're not actually driving a vehicle on a real roadway.
David Noyce is the director of the driving simulator lab. He showed me how it works.
And put it in drive and off we go.
For this pilot study, 5 people will operate the simulator after a dose of Delta 8, Delta 9, or a placebo. Researchers will then look at factors like swerving in the lane and response times.
If we're not studying these compounds in people, we're not getting representative data.
Part of the goal is to educate on the impacts of being high while driving and why people maybe shouldn't take the high road.
That we need to get better at understanding how cannabis itself impairs people and what those impairment measures look like, so that when law enforcement are out patrolling the roads and making sure that people are behaving safely, we're giving them the best data we have on what to look for.
Researchers are hoping to use this study to get more money for future research. Reporting on UW's campus, Ellie LaLiberte, News 3 Now.
Ellie, thank you. Now let's take a look outside. This is a live look at the Capitol. It was another cool and cloudy day, pretty fall-like. Well, to see how long that's going to last, let's get a look at your first one forecast with the meteorologist Blaze Keller, who's out on the weather patio. Blaze.
Yeah, we got a little bit of rain moving through at least parts of the Madison metro area. I've got the umbrella out because we got a little rain here falling at the studio. We'll take a look at where that rain is falling across southern Wisconsin in just a moment, but temperatures are still pretty steady in those low to mid 40s. A lot of us hanging out right around 47, 46 degrees. That can be said for Madison, Middleton, Cross Plains, 46 in McFarland, 44 though in Edgerton. So again, we're really not going to cool down a whole lot from where our temperatures are right now as we go overnight. Off towards Fond du Lac County and Oshkosh, that's where a little bit of rain shower activity is still going on. Up towards Appleton too, maybe a few little lingering showers there near Watoma. That rain shower moving through the studio right now is that big green blob that's going to push through downtown Madison. Evansville dealing with a little bit of rain as well, same with New Glarus. And then Gratiot towards Darlington dealing with another little rain shower. This is probably going to be it in terms of our rain this evening, but Future Track continues to bring that shower activity through at least the, I would say, 3-4 o'clock time frame on your Sunday. We dry out, but we could squeeze out a few light showers to end your Sunday across the southeast. We're looking at the 40s tonight, mid 40s. Again, right where we're at right now is probably where we're going to be cool, our coolest temperature this evening. We are going to track a bigger system that does bring more rain and possibly some snow in the full forecast.
All right, Blaze, sounds good. Come on, get inside so you can dry on up. All right, and again, the Badgers just wrapping up their showdown against #1 ranked Oregon. And with today featuring another top 5 opponent coming into Camp Randall, pregame activities are pretty fired up as you could imagine. Our Tanisha Shaw went out to check out some of the tailgates ahead of their big game.
Go Ducks!
Oregon fans traveled from coast to coast.
I traveled from Portland, Oregon.
Oh, I came in from New York, you know. I live out there, represent the Ducks.
To see the matchup between the Ducks and Badgers at Camp Randall Saturday.
About 6 hours from Omaha, Nebraska.
We drove, what, 400 miles?
Yep, from St. Louis, Missouri.
Yeah, flew out from Boise, Idaho, so it took
Okay, so you took a flight for this.
a couple, yeah.
I talked to fans before kickoff.
Camp Randall is going to be Tent Randall after we're done with it.
Fans had a lot to say about Wisconsin, the state, and football team.
It's the one thing I spend too much money on is Oregon football. So this is a great away venue. Madison's a good college town, and last time I was here was 2000. So this is fun.
Coming in and showing them how to play a little football, tactics, you know, bigger, better, faster.
Keep making that good beer and cheese. Well, yeah, we're good.
We got that going for you.
Go Badgers!
Go
You're going to
Ducks.
need it.
Yeah.
Go Ducks.
Oh, come on.
And I also spoke to Wisconsin fans who are looking to keep their Badger pride strong throughout the weekend.
Never easy to come into camp at night, play the Badgers. You're always going to get a test.
Just like the basketball team last night did it, and the whole student section, everybody stormed the court, the same thing is going to happen today.
Reporting in Madison, Tanisha Shaw, News 3 Now.
And boy, they were so close to being able to do that. Tanisha, thank you. Now to some more local news. The driver of the motorcycle involved in a crash in Jefferson County has died from their injuries, according to the Jefferson County Sheriff's Travis Mays. The crash happened at 2 p.m. on State Highway 89 north of County Highway Q. An initial investigation showed a motorcycle was traveling northbound on State Highway 89 when it was struck from behind. The driver of the motorcycle eventually died from their injuries. Meanwhile, the lone driver of the car was hospitalized with minor injuries. And authorities in the Dane County City are investigating reports of people finding disturbing anti-Semitic flyers placed throughout their community. A Fitchburg neighborhood was littered with the hateful handouts Thursday night. The flyers are largely anti-Semitic in nature and promote white supremacy. Police say they were found in a neighborhood south of McKee Road.
It's just extremely disheartening. I was literally nauseated most of the morning from finding this and just thinking how people that probably are in our own community are Dane County residents that are spreading this. I don't understand, I guess, and I feel hurt and I feel sorry for them.
Fitchburg police say they were working on finding out who did this. However, once they do, they may not legally be able to do anything due to protected rights within the First Amendment. A Sun Prairie School Board member who publicly resigned Tuesday is speaking out exclusively to News 3 Now. Alan Foster said his decision to resign came after years of systemic and systematic issues. Sun Prairie School residents voted for Foster in 2021, and he won re-election this year. Foster telling us that giving up his seat was not an easy decision.
I resigned because I didn't appreciate the treatment that the way that the situation with Ms. Coleman was handled. I thought that there were better methods, better options, better practices to handle.
The district released a statement Friday in response to Foster's resignation, saying in part, the Board of Education extends its gratitude to Mr. Foster for his years of service and support of the Sun Prairie community. The statement did not address the concerns of racism, but says the process to replace Foster will be transparent. Saturday, the Dane County Farmers Market kicked off its first of 5 holiday markets at the Monona Terrace. For the next 5 Saturdays, the Dane County Farmers Market is taking all of its vendors, goods, and customers from across Wisconsin indoors for all to enjoy. 65 vendors will be on tap for you to get all your Thanksgiving and Christmas meal shopping done, along with a selection of locally made candles, soaps, wreaths, and much more.
Look forward to it, to talk to other farmers too, just to, camaraderie. We go through the same trials and tribulations during a growing season, so it's always enjoyable to catch up with other farmers.
Now, fret not if you miss today and still want to head out to the market. The last day of the holiday market is Saturday, December 21st. Now, many students came together at Madison College to emphasize the need for a sustainable future. This all happened today at the 2024 Dane County Youth Climate Conference. Now, 3 groups came together to make this event happen: the Dane County Office of Emergency and Climate Change, the United Nations Association of Dane County, and the Dane County Youth Environmental Committee.
In my day-to-day life, I've noticed the environment change since I was a young kid, and so that's how I first got my passion for the environment, is just seeing it firsthand, seeing Madison lakes close because of bacteria and algae, and not being able to do my fun summer activities.
Students from dozens of schools across Wisconsin connected with other environmental groups on finding climate solutions together. If you want to help build a sustainable future, visit theconnectiondane.org. And coming up next on News 3 Now at 10, as the U.S. enters a new era with the presidency, so too does our relationship with China. We take a look at that next. And Blaze returns with a complete look of your first one forecast after the break.
Hey, there's John McGivern.
You know John McGivern?
She sure does. What's up?
I'm trying to figure out which Medicare Advantage plan to choose.
That's easy. Network Health. They have plan options with the Part B Premium Give Back. That's money back in your pocket. Dental and vision benefits, even plans with a $0 monthly premium.
That's what I've been telling her. I'm going to give them a call.
Call today, 833-7-NETWORK.
Figured you want your usual.
Thank you. You know me too well.
Enjoy your pie.
For last-minute gifts, the people you hold dear, and everyone on your list. Holiday scratch games from the Wisconsin Lottery are here, with prices ranging from $1 to $20 and top prizes up to $100,000.
Great minds.
With so many games to choose from, it's easy to find gifts for everyone at your local Wisconsin Lottery retailer.
Are record high energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today.
Hot tubs, hot tubs, hot tubs. The Hot Tub Swim Spa Expo is at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas this weekend only. Hundreds of hot tubs from the world's leading brands like Hot Spring Hot Tubs, all discounted. Hot tubs as low as $79 a month, 0% financing. Swim spas up to $20,000 off. Saunas as low as $79 a month. Hot tubs, swim spas, and saunas up to 40% off. Come save thousands this weekend at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas. SpaExpoWisconsin.com.
Thanksgiving's only a few weeks away, and Fleet Farm's got just what you need to prep for family and friends. For you turkey smokers, Griller's Gold barbecue pellets are just $5.99 a bag. And you can never have enough Fleet Farm mixed nuts. 2-pound bags are on sale for $12.99. Wash it all down with Bubbler sparkling water. Now just $11 for 2 6-packs. The holidays will be here before you know it. So stock up now on everything you need at the best prices guaranteed at Fleet Farm.
In 2011, Wisconsin's Act 10 law brought unprecedented protests to our state capitol. But 4 months ago, the pendulum swung back. I'll show you how Act 10's repeal could open a new path forward for state workers. Monday night on News 3 Now at 6.
You're watching News 3 Now at 10.
Thank you for staying with us. China's focus is less on our current president and more on our president-elect. CBS's Ramy Inocencio is in Hong Kong, where all the talk is about Trump's tough talk on tariffs.
Beijing is bracing for a new dawn in China-U.S. ties. Wary about the second coming of an emboldened President Donald Trump.
And I'm doing the same thing with China. We're going to tariff the hell out of them.
Last time, Trump was not friendly to China, this woman told CBS News in Beijing. Personally, I like Trump, but he does things that are outrageous, said this man. Trump's top threat is economic, eye-watering tariffs of 60% on all Chinese imports to protect American manufacturing.
In terms of retaliation choices for China, it's very limited.
Chen Zhiwu at Hong Kong University says that's because China relies on America for crops and semiconductors.
I would not want to invest too much in China.
The play is America.
That's right.
On top of China's slowing economic growth, its property market that's crashed and its youth unemployment that's hit a record high. The biggest flashpoint of all.
The sovereignty over Taiwan is the red line of all the red lines.
Beijing says the democratic island of 23 million is a separatist province and has vowed to retake it. The U.S. is legally committed to supporting Taiwan's defense, but many fear Trump may not.
To what extent is an isolationist America good for China?
China does not want to replace the United States as the top dog. China needs to put its own house in order.
And Xi Jinping's job is looking more difficult, with Trump naming more China hawks to his cabinet, like Representative Mike Waltz for his national security advisor and Senator Marco Rubio as Secretary of State. Rubio has called China the U.S.'s most advanced adversary, and Beijing has sanctioned him twice. Ramy Inocencio, CBS News, Hong Kong.
Switching gears now, let's get a look at your first warn forecast with meteorologist Blaze Keller.
And we're going to be dealing with isolated showers throughout the rest of your Saturday night into your Sunday. That area mainly moves across southeastern portions of Wisconsin as we look to end the weekend, and clouds will be clearing as we go throughout your Sunday. Temperatures stay mild through at least Tuesday into the 50s, but then we're more active next week and temperatures will drop back into the 40s. So an isolated shower or two as we go through the next couple of hours, and that may wrap up here as we go into that 3-4 o'clock time frame. We should stay mainly dry throughout your Sunday, but again, we can't rule out an isolated shower, especially further towards the south and east. So let's talk about our next big system, because this is going to be impacting us potentially through at least Thursday night of next week. This first low pressure system is going to move on in as we go into your Monday, with the heaviest rain likely going to fall overnight Monday into Tuesday, marked by these darker greens. As this low continues to move northwards, it's going to kind of push its way back north and west. So we call that retrograding or moving backwards. And that's going to allow another system to move on in, and they're going to kind of be spinning around each other. But the rain, as we go Monday night into Tuesday, looking anywhere between ½ an inch, that's kind of the darkest blue, to maybe 1 1/4 inches. That's the light blue there. I don't see any purples that would indicate 1.5 inches, but there could be isolated spots as we go mainly overnight Monday into Tuesday. So here's that rain making low, but we're going to watch as another little bit of energy actually comes out of kind of the lower Ohio River Valley, and it's all going to spin around each other, and that, in pulling down cooler air, is going to allow for some of that rain to turn over to maybe a rain-snow mix, and then further snow as we go Wednesday night into Thursday, and then possibly Thursday night into Friday. And again, we're not anticipating a lot in the way of snow totals, so for folks who are not ready for winter, we're looking at probably less than ½ an inch of snow at best. I think this model is a little ambitious with even getting us up to 1 inch. But for folks who have been waiting for snow, this is kind of falling in between when we would normally see our first measurable snow and then our first inch of snow. So we're kind of somewhere in between there, kind of right on track, if you will. So this is probably going to be our first chance to really see some snowflakes for this winter season. 50s tomorrow with again an isolated shower possible further towards the south and east. Not to mention with the rain and snow, we could also be dealing with some breezy conditions as we go into next week as well, because the system is going to be moving in and out in air, warmer and more moist air mass with a cooler and drier air mass really from Tuesday into Wednesday. You can see our temperatures drop there, but we stay in the 40s from Wednesday through the rest of the extended forecast. And again, with overnight lows dipping to or below freezing, we could see some flurries Wednesday night and then again Thursday night as well.
We've officially entered that time of the year where every time you walk outside, you brace a little bit.
Yes.
Which I'm not looking forward to, especially since you're talking about like some flurries and some rain on the horizon, but totally understand. We live in Wisconsin.
It's that time of year, yeah.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Blaze. And just highlights from tonight's Badgers versus the Ducks game when we return.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
It's the Get Holiday Ready sales event with the Ford crew.
What happened?
Someone took the Bronco out for an extended test drive.
They used all the goat modes. Goes over any type of terrain.
They did it all, man.
Looks like they had a lot of fun.
Those boots are awfully muddy, Sam.
My boots? I did it. I'm gonna do it again.
Lease a new Bronco Sport Big Ben for only $3.99 a month, or a Bronco Big Ben for just $4.99 a month for 36 months.
Germs, dust, bacteria, unseen to the naked eye. They build up in your ductwork and contaminate the air you breathe. Gross! Breathe easier this winter. For a limited time, save $75 off on duct cleaning services and save $50 on whole home enhancing ionizer to really enhance your home's air quality. You and your family will breathe easier all winter long. But don't wait. These offers end soon. Schedule your service with Cardinal today.
I'm so happy. I just put this dress on that I haven't worn in over 10 years.
I just this morning made a new hole in my belt, so that was super exciting.
Why are women everywhere choosing Sonobello, the advanced solution for permanent fat removal?
I saw the results immediately.
It's the best I have felt since I was in my 20s.
My waist is tiny. I'm very, very happy.
I'm nearly 50, y'all.
And my abs haven't been this flat since before I've had kids.
For a limited time, take advantage of Sonobello's best offer of the year. Sonobello's board-certified surgeons use micro-laser technology to safely target and remove your diet-resistant fat cells for good on your stomach, hips and thighs, back, and so much more.
Check it out, snatch waist. Loving the results.
It will change your life. It did for me.
Call 1-888-510-6198 now or go to sonobello.com to claim special pricing.
You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont it, you want some ice time, a nice time, so good you posted twice time. You want some cheer, now I'll show you where you gotta be, tell you who you gotta see, ooh, it's gonna make you smile. You want it, we got it, it's all here. Rosemont.
Enjoy the magic of the North Pole, just east of O'Hare, with miles of memories waiting to be made. To Rosemont it your way, start at rosemont.com.
Rosemont it.
This is for all the lonely people, thinking that life has passed them by. Don't give up until you drink from the silver cup and ride that highway in the sky.
For a program record third time this season, a top 5 team in the country came into Camp Randall tonight. The top-ranked Oregon Ducks brought their perfect record into Madtown, and Braden Locke had every intention of trying to change that, and he had his chances. Trailing 6-3 are the Badgers. Locke fires a rocket to a screening Will Pauling, who gets in for the score. Wisconsin shocked the world and took a 10-6 lead into half. But in the third, Oregon is the top-ranked team in the country for a reason, and they would come back. Jordan James takes the handoff and takes it into the end zone, but the Badgers still had their chances. Down 3 with 1:38 seconds left. Braden Locke fires. It's tipped and intercepted. In fact, the Badgers had 2 chances at bringing it all the way down the field. Both would end in Locke interceptions, and the Oregon Ducks stave off the Wisconsin comeback effort and take it 16-13. Now to D3 football, Platteville finished off a perfect regular season today, or nearly perfect. They beat Stout and became the WIAC Conference champions outright for the first time since 1970. Those Pioneers had a great season, and they're also off to the postseason. Wisconsin women's hockey has done just about everything there is to do, but they hadn't beat Ohio State in Columbus since 2020. That is, until yesterday. They changed that and looked for the sweep today against their national champion foes from last year. Down 2-0, trying to get back into this one. Casey O'Brien sends one home, and Kirsten Sims gets it to go right in between the 5-hole. Her 6th goal of the season makes it a 1-goal game. But later it was more of the same. Chasing 2 here are the Badgers. 3-1 the score, Buckeyes. Wisconsin gets one back, but the reigning national champions would hold on to take this one. Final score, 3-2. But for the Badger men, the sweep was still in play, and they needed it in the worst of ways. Last night, they got one that maybe just could change their season, and it certainly looked like it today. Leading 3-0 less than halfway into the first period, make it 4-0. An incredible day for the Badgers. Tyson Dick gets that goal to go, and Wisconsin goes on to win it. They sweep the Nittany Lions and take it 6-3. Earlier this year, Bo Ryan got enshrined in his rightful place in basketball history, the Hall of Fame. Last night, a banner with his name took its rightful place in Wisconsin history in the Kohl Center's rafters. Ryan made fans believe again, taking Bucky to the big dance in each of his 14 seasons as head coach for Wisconsin men's basketball, and of course, guided them to those back-to-back Final Four appearances, but of course, doesn't take the credit.
To me, what happened was, if they're honoring the coach, they're honoring the program. And an honor like this says, hey, that guy must have had some pretty good players. And we did. But what's it mean to me is that we can have a night like this and share it with other people.
And the Bucks trying to win their 3rd straight game, really needed after a sour start. But today in Queen City, a chance for Giannis to win it. Final seconds of the game, down 1, shoots it, and it just can't go. The Bucks back in the loss column. The Hornets take it 115-114. And today was day 2 of the girls' state swim meet, and that means it's time for Division I. DeForest Peyton Flowers capped off her Norski career in storybook fashion. Check her out, surging away and winning state in the 50-yard freestyle. And Middleton, trying to repeat last year's state title, started off well. 200-yard medley relay team, anchored, of course, by Celia Miller, and Miller brings it home. Middleton does too. They take the 200 and the state title. That's back-to-back state titles for the Cardinals. We will be right back.
The Hot Tub Swim Spa Expo is at Bachman's Pool Spas and Saunas this weekend only. Hundreds of hot tubs from major brands, all discounted. Hot tubs as low as $79 a month. Hot tub swim spas and saunas up to 40% off. Come save thousands this weekend at Bachman Pool Spas and Saunas.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went a different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy, I feel confident.
It feels good to feel good and look good. The mommy belly is gone.
Schedule your free, no-obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-557-5298 or go to sonobello.com.
The Madison Club, providing you with outstanding cuisine, extraordinary service, and an experience like you won't find anywhere else in town. Join today.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
The Hot Tub Swim Spa Expo is at Buckman's Pool Spas and Saunas this weekend only. Hot tubs from major brands, all discounted. Swim spas up to $20,000 off. Hot tub swim spas and saunas up to 40% off. Come save thousands this weekend at Buckman's Pool Spas and Saunas.
Kyle Pozorski, News 3 Now, weekend mornings, moving forward.
So, Andrew, not the ideal finish to tonight's game between the Ducks and the Badgers, but tomorrow we have something on the horizon.
Yeah, we do.
Bears, Packers.
It needs no introduction.
Yeah.
Bears, Packers. It has been a really, really long time since the Bears have beaten the Packers, specifically at Lambeau Field. I would expect that trend to continue tomorrow, but maybe a little bit biased.
Hopefully some high-scoring game there.
I think so.
We got Jaden Reed and company coming back. But, yeah, definitely looking forward to that one. Blaze, a final check before we head on out.
Yeah, if you're going to be heading up to Lambeau, maybe just a little bit on the cloudier side. An isolated shower may be possible down here. I would say across extreme southeastern parts of Wisconsin. But otherwise, 50s and mostly cloudy with clouds clearing throughout the day. Rain moves in, though, starting Monday night.
Sounds good. Thank you, guys. We'll see you back here tomorrow.